You know what I'm saying? They've reached out an olive branch, and somebody here in the CHOP or a group of people here in the CHOP are like, hey, they take the branch.
Yeah, I mean that's what you see here, and I think what we saw in the clip there with the pastors and Chief Best. I wanted to hear, I'm sure that there are some folks in the community who were like, oh wow, I mean, there's so much meetings happening and vibrancy happening and like community in a sense happening. Oh, so that was good to see as well. And I think that this is that we're seeing olive branches happening all over the city.
Right. Oh, I got a question here from Sarah Hasia. I'm sorry. My eyes still ain't been right since that tear gas, by the way. But she's curious if the CHOP is seeing people from different states coming to visit, and if so, how they participate.
So guys, looks like things are moving on in the CHOP, placing safety barriers to keep the CHOP residents safe. Got some more live feeds coming in from protest zones in America. We'll bring them feeds up to you in just a second.
Right before those car dealership signs, it's that gated complex that's to the right. In the last protest that occurred, and I'm gonna get underneath the overpass so that my phone does not overheat again. In the last protest that occurred, I believe June 4th, in front of the sheriff's office, they walked to the sheriff's office investigations bureau, which is roughly about a mile from here in Harvey on Maple Avenue. I'm not sure if they plan to walk there again, but it looks like some people are stopping. I'm straggling behind. I'm gonna have to catch up. People are gathering again back underneath the overpass in front of the sheriff's office. I mean, we had well over 100 people here today. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what they're saying, that they went up on the bridge because they saw Lapinto up there. That's Sheriff Joseph Lapinto. Somebody says they saw him up there, and they wanted to go up there to talk to him.
We can see a lot more activity coming on from the CHOP. A few more protesters have came out to see what's going on. That's real bad audio coming from the West Bank Expressway. I can't do nothing about that. That's coming from their end.
It looks like it's possible things are wrapping up, so I am going to wrap up this video. I will come back live to Facebook with NOLA.com.
Yes, so you guys that's just rejoined us for YouTube and asked what's going on. There's been a number of barriers dropped off to make the area safer for the protesters, for the community of CHOP.
Peaceful protest today. Again, the only bit of tension was a confrontation atop the off-ramp for the elevated West.
And that apparently is to separate traffic from the residents of CHOP.
Sheriff Joseph Lapinto up there, and they wanted to confront them. As you can see, the sheriff's office gates are closed. There really are no deputies out to interact with protesters, and you know the family members want to be able to speak to the sheriff's office. They want body cameras. They're saying that they want justice, and that's what they're out here for. Again,
that's why you guys on YouTube should really follow us on Twitch. We brought you a live interview from the CHOP, the morning update show, which was streamed exclusively to our Twitch viewers. That feed's gone down. Let's take a closer look at the construction work going on in the CHOP. Dash cancel, I'm not sure. I can't give you a response to that question, my friend. All we know is that about an hour and a half ago, 2 trucks turned up with concrete blocks. They started to unload the concrete blocks and build some kind of safety barrier. As you can see, the construction work is still going on. Definitely a lot more protesters out in the area of this construction work now. A lot of the CHOP residents have came out to have a look, see what's going on. I mean, the protesters, the residents of CHOP, seem to be okay with this. They're letting it happen. Well, I mean, we've been told these barriers are for protection. They have been faced with plywood boards for graffiti artists to use and tidy up, and they've been told they can paint whatever they want on these things that's been dropped off and built. And as I said, it seems like the residents of CHOP are quite happy with this. I mean, they're not jumping all over the Arctic or the JCB, they're just letting the workmen get on with what they need to do. Commander Claude in YouTube chat, that's a very good question, I'm not very sure. But at the moment there is definitely no end to the activities of CHOP. It seems to be going from strength to strength. As the Twitch viewers heard and seen, they broadcast their morning update show live from CHOP. It seems like there was quite a big event planned for the weekend. CHOP has now become a bit of a tourist zone. So I can't see any more Arctics pulling up to unload. Maybe that was the last load of them concrete blocks you guys seen on the morning show. Flows are hot in the YouTube chat. Yes, it certainly is. If you guys want to be sure I see and respond your message, the best place to get in touch with me is in Twitch chat. I'm very active in Twitch. So it looks like we now have the third truck pulling up into CHOP with more concrete blocks. If you just look to the top left of your screen, you will see the truck coming into frame now. This is the third truck we have seen today bringing in supplies to CHOP. I don't know if Raz is monitoring this or not. He might be. He might not be. He has access to all of these feeds. So clearly over the last 30 minutes to 45 minutes there's a lot more activity in CHOP now. A lot of people have came out to see what's going on. Trump did say he wanted a wall built. I'm not sure if he meant actually in CHOP though. I'm about 14 miles north of Newcastle, Northumberland. Are we starting to see the Great Wall of CHOP being built? Dubster Brian? No, I do not know that guy at all. So everybody new to Twitch, if you've just came over to Twitch from YouTube or you've just found us on Twitch, please hit that follow button to be notified when we go live. It really helps when you press that button, so it'd be really appreciated if you would hit that follow button. The number one thing you guys can do in Twitch is press that follow button. That is the number one thing you can do, as well as sit back, watch the feed, enjoy the chat room, and just being here. Don't worry guys, I am constantly checking for new feeds coming in from CHOP CHAZ or other protests around the USA. This is the Great Wall of CHOP you are watching being constructed. Also guys, what we are going to do, if Raz ever goes live and we miss his live broadcasts, we are now going to bring his videos back and we are going to watch them as a replay, starting from today. Let me just have a little check on Raz, see when he last posted a video. Well, his last post was about him being on the Alex Jones show. I don't know if I'm allowed to play Alex Jones on Twitch or YouTube, that's the thing. We are talking about a video on Infowars.com. Alex Jones sent a reporter into CHOP either yesterday or the day before. And a number of videos came out of CHOP with the Infowars reporter. Also, for the rest of you guys that don't know, Forbes magazine have also done an article on CHOP calling him the warlord of the autonomous zone. Now looking at this, the last major post Raz posted was yesterday at 11:45 AM, saying that he was going to do a Ask Me Anything on Reddit. So if somebody could go to Reddit and find me where Raz has been posting and drop me a link to Raz's Ask Me Anything. You won't be able to post links in Twitch chat. I believe you can post them in YouTube chat, or you can tag me in the Discord server when somebody finds the link to that Reddit page. Can somebody just let me know if they are looking on Reddit for Raz's Ask Me Anything page? That would be interesting to read through if somebody can be bothered to go and try and find that page. Ray D in YouTube chat asked a question. So is Chaz a permanent lawless zone in America for good now? That is a question I cannot give you an answer to. Even though Alex Jones has been censored everywhere and I can't play his videos, I can link you to his videos in our Discord server if you want to go in there and check them out. Have we got any moderators in YouTube chat? Chris247, what area is the Reddit link being posted in our Discord server, buddy? Thank you very much for that. I'm just going to take a quick look at this Reddit post. Many thanks to Oil3 for posting that link. Thank you very much. Just so you guys know, we have a dedicated Raz CHOP thread in our Discord server. You guys are more than welcome to check this Reddit post out yourselves. So I believe this is the third or the fourth truck that's rolled up into CHOP. They have concrete barriers on board and they are unloading them and making a safe zone. Thank you for all the followers, especially you guys on Twitch. Twitch is our new major stream platform. Call N in the YouTube chat. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. So we'll just bring you a little bit of coverage from Pittsburgh at the top of the screen in the centre there, while we keep an eye on what's going on in CHOP. So I don't know if they have finished the construction work in CHOP, or if there's more trucks going to pull up with more concrete barriers, or if this is the end of the construction job.
Yes!
Yes!
Dubster O'Brien, yes, I believe she is still going out and filming the protests. Just a message to you guys in YouTube chat, I will only respond if you actually tag me in your message. I'm not reading chat in there all the time. Toothless Bulldog 2.0, thank you very much, buddy. I know you're a regular in the YouTube chat. Thank you for being here once again. As you can see on the right hand side of your screen, the middle camera is catching some of the wildlife of CHOP. So it does look like the construction work is over, or is it?
So now we split off. Our speaker is still trying to speak, but we've got a large portion of the group, probably 50 people, split off to get that asshole out of here.
So that other live feed has ended. Let's have a closer look at CHOP, see what's going on. They have moved from that area. I don't know if any of the other cameras are capturing what's going on. Let's have a look. So we can't see a great deal of activity anymore. You can clearly see a number of them concrete barriers that have been dropped off in CHOP. Looks like quite a long section of barriers, to be honest, as well. Would somebody be kind and tell me what time it is in Seattle now, please? Thank you, Twitch chat, coming through with the time for me. Thank you very much. So I can see a lot more activity now in CHOP, now that the day's gone on a little bit. People are starting to come out and do whatever they do in the land of CHOP. Thank you very much, XBR. And as the day goes on, we should get more feeds coming out of CHOP from streamers that are down there. I do keep checking, and as soon as I find one, I will bring it up for you guys. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up a news segment from Fox News last night with Tucker Carlson. So if you just stand by while I prepare this feed. Tucker Carlson reporting on the name change from Chaz to CHOP. I will bring you that in just a few moments.
See you and remember your face. In other words, are you an ally of the revolution or are you a wrecker?
Let's watch
Who do you
this
support?
Tucker Carlson
Stalin or
segment
Trotsky?
together.
Napoleon or Snowball? Choose wisely. Seattle radio host Jason Rance is Fox's envoy to CHOP, unofficial. We don't have diplomatic privileges yet, but he joins us from just over the border in the United States. Jason, what's it look like there in the DMZ?
It's kind of interesting.
Diplomatic privileges.
Weird, statements and speeches demanding money, and then immediately afterwards you go in and have a dodgeball game, which of course is kind of interesting, I suppose, if you're trying to establish yourself as this new nation. Perhaps you're trying to get into the Olympics. And I do have to say I was inspired to leave because I'm an adult who doesn't think dodgeball is actually going to solve any of the problems. At the same time, you've got some concerns with the police force. Not only is it the John Brown gun club, heavily armed without any training, pushed by a dangerous ideology. What could possibly go wrong? You then, of course, have Raz Simone still there trying to overcome the fact that he had some less than woke moments. Some tweets came up that were pretty homophobic, and so he's claiming that someone pulled a Joy Reid. So maybe Joy Reid will end up, once that exhaustive investigation is done, look into who photoshopped his tweets. We'll find out.
Maybe the FBI, maybe Joy Reid will get to the bottom of that. By the way, I just heard that our cameraman, Kyle Rothenberg, who is at the DMZ between the two Koreas, is at the DMZ there, and quite an intrepid character. So how long is this going to continue? Have you spoken to authorities in Seattle? Is this kind of the permanent state of downtown now?
Right now, it's the permanent state. There's no plans to get involved. Mayor Jenny Durkin, I guess, with her security, decided to make a diplomatic trip over to the Garden, and there was nothing that came out of it, other than maybe they got more Gatorade from their no-cop co-op. There's literally no plan for them to change anything, so this can go on for a very long time. And when you look at their demands, which include getting rid of the police force, getting rid of jails, de-gentrifying, obviously those things aren't going to happen, fingers crossed, so we don't know exactly what the game plan is on how to end this.
I'm glad Mom's bringing them Gatorade. What about the Americans stuck within, on the wrong side of the border, the people who own businesses within CHOP? How are they holding up?
Not too well. So there was a Daily Beast article that said all of these businesses, they just adore CHOP and Chaz and all these folks. And yet, when I talk to some of the businesses, number one, they tell me they're scared to death to actually speak up because they realize what could happen to them. And last night or early this morning, there was an arson attempt at a business that's just a block and a half from CHOP. And they ended up, the business owners caught the guy. But they tell me that a whole bunch of people, protesters, demanded that they get this guy turned over or face more destruction. So they called 911. They said 15 to 18 times, and they didn't get a single cop to show up. The fire department can't show up when the cops don't show up. So it's a big mess, and it's dangerous.
It's awful. It's such a beautiful city, or was. Jason Rantz, thanks so much for that report. Great to see you tonight.
Fox News Update on Facebook Watch. I'm Carly Shimkus. A shocking new revelation out of North Carolina. Nearly 500 illegal immigrants released.
So that was Tucker Carlson. He made me laugh when he said Fox News don't quite have, what did he say? Diplomatic relations with CHOP. Just trying to see if I can find any more news articles like that to bring to you guys. Diplomatic relations. There is still no more feeds coming out of CHOP at the moment, guys. All the feeds you are watching at the moment are 100% live and direct from the state of CHOP. Inside Out Boy, Twitch chat, thank you for being here. Once again, for you guys over in YouTube, Twitch is our new main platform. You're more than welcome to come and join us over in Twitch. Video quality is a lot better and the screen size is also a lot bigger. So if you guys over at YouTube really like what we do, why don't you come over to Twitch and show us some support over on Twitch? Twitch viewers get exclusive content which will not be shown on YouTube. Thank you, Flat Irish Rebel. We will keep an eye on that. As you guys can see, CHOP is a lot more active now compared to what it was an hour ago. We got people coming out to visit the vegetable gardens, maybe get some free soup. I believe they do a nice vegan vegetable soup in CHOP. You can see the residents of CHOP inspecting their new safety barriers. I'm not sure if that's to keep them in and keep visitors out. A lot of dog walkers exercising their dogs in the land of CHOP. We heard earlier that a lot of tourists are now visiting CHOP. I don't believe you need a visa to get access into the state of CHOP. I believe their borders are actually open for everybody. But in all seriousness, if any of you guys do go to visit CHOP, I suggest you check out the vegan soup. I've been hearing very good things about that. Very tasty. And if somebody does do a little tour of CHOP later, if they stream it, you may well indeed see the vegetable gardens. Well, well, well. What I can bring you is this. This is a report from an InfoWars reporter without any Alex Jones or InfoWars branding on it, so this should be quite safe to show you guys. Stand by. Let's watch this together.
2020 has been a wild ride. From a global pandemic to riots sweeping the nation, and now we have seen in live time the creation of a brand new autonomous zone within America's own borders, called CHAZ, or CHOP for short, which stands for the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or the Capitol Hill Occupied Protest. But what is this new area and what does it stand for? This autonomous zone was taken by Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters in response to the anti-police movement sweeping America, with protesters taking over 6 blocks of downtown Seattle, including the East Precinct of the Seattle Police Department. Protesters then overtook the police department, ultimately pushing them out of the area, declaring it a cop-free zone and naming it the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. The citizens share that this is an autonomous territory outside of the U.S. and have attempted to create their own socialist utopia, complete with free food, clothes, a farm, and most importantly, no police. But what is life like inside of this zone, and how has this week-long experiment played out? Let's take a look. The area has been occupied since last Monday, June 8th, and one of the first things citizens did was construct a border out of police barricades in an attempt to keep their new zone safe. They also have guards who patrol the streets at night to ensure that the community is safe.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, pardon me, boss.
What is the characters?
Well, I go by Red Ranger. This is Spirit Fox, just in service. We're the Seattle superheroes. We patrol around, keep people safe, that kind of thing.
Hey, keep Seattle safe.
We love you back. You guys stay safe tonight, okay?
Once you get past the border, you are free to take whatever food is available in the No Cop Op. A small setup with donated food items sharing that kindness is their currency, and they accept absolutely no monetary donations of any kind. In an attempt to keep people fed, clothed, and hydrated, they have resorted to asking for outside donations of various items, such as tents, tables, and toothbrushes. To help ensure the continued cycle of food, citizens have also started their own farm. And to ensure ultimate inclusivity, they even have segregated gardens, specific for Black and Indigenous people and their plant allies.
I did tell you about the farm, guys. It is not a myth.
This area is not completely autonomous from the U.S. After all, they are still using electricity and water provided by the city of Seattle. And they also, unfortunately, have not been able to handle dangerous situations very well. For example, a dumpster fire was started within the community, and CHAZ members called the local fire department to come and put it out. Another member of the community OD'd on drugs, and the Seattle Fire Department was called yet again to come take care of the situation. But what about crimes committed within the zone? Apparently, theft is a big issue in CHAZ, with one citizen learning the hard way that simply zipping up one's tent is not sufficient protection against theft. He shared on Reddit that he went for a walk and all of his valuables were stolen, including his MacBook, money, and an entire week of supplies, leaving him in complete shock that anyone would steal valuable items from a zipped-up tent. Another person in CHAZ was robbed in broad daylight and, due to the lack of police, received no help.
I just had my keys broken, stolen, got jumped, had my phone stolen, and these f***ers let it all happen. What the f***? Stay the f*** away from me, you everyone! Y'all need police around this bitch if you're me! Holy You're alright, man. It's just a bad day. Really? Give me my keys back then!
Also, early this morning, a locally owned auto shop was broken into.
He seems
the owner's
like a
property
charming
was stolen
character,
and a fire
doesn't
was
he?
started, but again, this cop-free zone left this business owner SOL.
Did you try to call the police or the fire department and they wouldn't show up?
I did call them.
Really? You called them?
Yes.
And they just
Multiple times.
Did they say we're not going to show up or?
Well, at first they made it sound like they were going to show up, and then by the time I probably called them the 10th or 8th time, 8th, 10th, 11th, I don't know what number it was.
Yeah.
They basically told me they weren't going to come up.
Okay. Did they say why or were?
Because of all of this.
There is some sense of authority within CHAZ, however, and he goes by the name of Raz Simone, a man some have declared the warlord of CHAZ. In its early beginnings, Raz, the most intimidating and heavily armed member of the community, declared that he would police the area, beating up a fellow Chazian for spray painting a wall and using guns to assert his authority. In this video, he can be seen chasing down the auto shop thief and trying to hold him responsible for his crimes.
You're the one who holds the gun. What's going on? They held the gun at me and they were saying that I stole.
Unfortunately, one man and his crew couldn't keep the thief down and he ultimately got away. While many are glorifying the CHAZ or
Once
CHOP
again,
zone
we
for declaring
brought
this
you
area their
all
new
of what you're
socialist
seeing.
utopia,
We brought you
how are the
that
citizens
all
that live in
live on
Capitol
these
Hill
channels.
before it was
All
taken
these
over
incidents
feeling about
were
this entire
broadcast
situation?
live by
Well,
our
let's hear from a
selves.
resident who was brave enough to speak out.
I said this is personal because this is my home and I don't have cops anymore and I have people throwing grenades in front of me and you're telling me to just Google something the governor said a few days ago. Like, it's just hard because like my own government that I've like supported and elected, and I'm calling them, telling them what's going on and they don't care. I don't think that the national media is portraying the situation accurately. Because after Monday, when I realized the governor didn't care, I called everyone in city council. No one would answer. I called the mayor. No one would answer. I couldn't leave voicemails, so I started emailing them. No emails back. The voicemail boxes are closed. I just started panicking.
The mayor of Seattle has spoken out and shared that Chaz is just a block party type atmosphere that could turn into the summer of love. But it seems that the citizens of Seattle and the business owners directly experiencing this feel quite differently. The nation is also patiently watching to see how this communist experiment will work out, but based off of how things are going now, it seems that by the end of this, many citizens will understand the importance of the police and the dangers of a socialist country. This has been Savannah Hernandez for Action 7 News.
That was a very interesting insight into CHOP, the state of CHOP. I have some more of them news features. Would you guys like to see another one of them? I want a big shout out. I want you guys to spam yes, yes, yes if you want to see another one of them articles from the same reporter. Twitch chat is blowing it with the yeses you clearly want to do. There is a slight delay before it goes to YouTube, but I know all them guys in YouTube are also going to spam the yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys, stand by and I will bring you that. Stand by. While I'm doing this, if you guys over on YouTube would like to come over to Twitch, you'll be more than welcome. Twitch is our new streaming platform, our main platform, so please come on over to Twitch and say hello. Stand by. Here we go. It's going live to Twitch now. 20-second delay, and you guys on YouTube will be able to see it as well. Shout out to the 260 viewers over on YouTube.
Every right to be as we do. Our job is to de-escalate and share this space.
So I just want to say, as a black woman, I would not have ripped that flag off, okay? It was a white man that ripped the flag off. I'm not saying that I believe in what he's doing. However, he does have a First Amendment right, okay? He does have a First Amendment right to be here with a flag. I, as a black woman,
once again, this is from CHOP.
A white person just ripped that flag off.
Bro, come here.
We're giving you your, you're not going to be hurting anyone today.
Let him go, let him go. Yeah, look.
You are not going to be hurting anyone here today.
Just like to inform you guys that this is not from InfoWars or Prison Planet.
You are not going to be hurting or intimidating anyone here today.
But I didn't know.
Do you think this is how it's going to work?
Keep America great. Hey, that's stupid. It's great already. We're right here.
Don't bother engaging with him. He just wants attention.
Trump Nation for being an idiot.
He just wants attention.
You need a video.
I'm
sorry. I know.
No, just ignore him. He wants the attention, bro. Just ignore him.
Have a nice day, sir.
He coming into the out zone.
I do not want my private property touched. I do not want my body touched. Don't touch me. Hey, sir. This is a really traumatizing space for a lot of people, and I don't think that it's necessary for you to be here. If that is your opinion, then this is not the space for you. This is not a space for you, and we understand.
As you can see, some of the residents of CHOP are finding this to be a very distressing experience.
Your hat and your flag are traumatic at this point. Like, what are you trying to gain here? There's really nothing. You're looking at dead bodies. You're looking at dead bodies, and then you're wearing a hat that says that you support the person that killed them. You support the system that killed them. So don't look at them and don't stand in this space. It's not for you. It's not for you. We're here. Please tell me that's not it.
There is counsellors on site at CHOP though, so there's no need to worry.
I came here to stir up shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't come here. You in your face and you want to be on YouTube. Go home.
Someone got a lighter? I like that bitch on fire, to be honest with you. Don't touch her. Don't touch her. Don't touch her.
This video says leave him alone.
Do not touch her.
Hey, y'all need to
Do
leave
not
him
touch
alone.
Nicole.
Hey,
Do not touch her.
Hey, let this man.
Stop.
Let this man. I support this movement and I'm a veteran. You let him protest. You let him protest. Let him protest.
Don't touch her.
I'm not
Don't
yelling.
touch her. Don't touch her.
I'm not touching her.
She's not gonna get hurt.
No, don't do it. Hey, I understand. I get it. That's what they do.
Don't touch her.
Let him protest. That's what they want. Just let him protest. Please. That's what they want us to do. But that's what they want us to do. That's what they want us to do. No. But that's what they want us to do. No. Just let him protest.
I just wanted to give her
That's what they want us to do.
When did y'all start protesting? When did you start? That's what they want us to do, but we gotta do something.
This is our zone.
He brought this here for a reason, so we're giving it to him.
Yes, he did. It's okay he has a reason. What does he do? It causes no pain. It's not going to mess with your message. If you do this, it's going to mess with the message. It's going to mess with the message. I've had people die too. The message is we're not here for violence. It don't matter what his message is. Yes. This is violence. It's his property. It's his property. It's violence. It's his property. Let it go. Go ahead and protest and get your message across. Let him be. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please let him be. Don't let him get all this attention like this, please. I know you're pissed. I understand. I'm bisexual.
It's good to be bisexual. I'm very happy. No, I'm going to sit here and support my sis. I'm going to support her.
Is this supporting her?
Yes, it is supporting her.
Could you explain to me how this is supporting her? But no, you're asking him. Hold on. You're asking him to explain his protest.
Don't touch her.
I ain't touching her. She's yanking me. I'll wait less.
Stop.
Let it go.
Please let it go.
Just let it go.
No, because it's too much right now. This is a movement. Look, no one else is doing this in America right now. No one.
What the fuck is she doing?
Please let them do protest.
Look at what you're doing. I hope that you remember that.
I do remember. I'm here. If you're on this, I don't have a, because it's not hers. It's yours. Just like somebody telling you, let go of your car. That's not true. Come on. What does that hurt? What does that hurt you guys? What does this hurt? What does this hurt?
It's creepy. It's very
Please just let go.
As you can see, the residents of CHOP are clearly distressed at what's going on.
Do everything to provoke her to bring up traumatic memories of hundreds of years of oppression, and then when she acts in a completely reasonable and human way, she tends to bring her exactly.
It's very traumatic watching this, I have to agree. Even just watching this is very traumatic for me.
Hey, please go. Go we go.
Pull it away. Stop. Pull it away. Get it.
No. Stop.
I don't agree with the American flag being ripped up and destroyed like that, I have to admit, and I'm being serious.
Go ahead. Go to the gate.
What's your problem?
No.
Yeah, this is a very traumatic experience.
If you're not helping, back the fuck up.
Leave him alone, bro. For real, leave him alone. We got it. You said $50. Fair trade, man. Fair trade. Right now.
Listen, sir. Hey, look around you. Look around me.
Thank you.
Hey, no. You don't touch this hat. You don't touch this fucking hat. What the fuck you doing? You don't belong here. Listen to me. You don't belong here. The cops are monitoring dirty motherfuckers. We don't want to be like that.
I got a UAV. Ready for this bounty?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but watching that, phew, Jesus.
What's he doing? What's this guy doing? Graw warrior.
Now guys, I've just had a quick scan around the feeds. There is still no more live streamers. Would you guys like to see another one of them videos from the same reporter? Spam the chat with yes, 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 yes. Spam the chat with yes if you want to see another one of them type videos. That's definitely a thumbs up in Twitch. YouTube will be getting that message in the next 10 seconds. Let's see what YouTube has to say. We've got 320 people in YouTube. And the YouTube chat want the same. Okay, you guys just stand by. We will bring you another one of them videos from the same reporter. Stand by. You guys seem to really like these videos. Again, all these videos are from CHOP.
Jesus, which you can pray for.
Coming to you guys on Twitch now. Will hit YouTube in about 20 seconds.
Jesus, you're here for the people.
You're here for the wrong reason.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
You are here for the wrong reason.
Jesus is the Lord.
Go to your church.
We're here for Jesus.
I will do, Diane. Yeah, that guy just restreams a guy off here. That's not his own feeds, he's just restreaming other people's things.
That's all we're saying. If you say you believe on Jesus, you're going to have to comply with what he says.
So are you here for Jesus or are you here for the people who
Jesus.
got killed?
Jesus is what I'm here for. Jesus is Jesus.
Wait, one more time. May I ask you?
I'm here for Jesus.
Look, one more time. May I ask you, are you here for Jesus, which you can pray for every day, or are you here for the people who have died under the police?
Jesus, you're here for the people.
You're here for the wrong reason.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
You are here for the wrong reason.
Jesus is the Lord.
Go to your church.
We're here for Jesus. It's who I'm here for. Let's not get it twisted. Jesus. Jesus. He defeated death in the grave. If you want to have authority over death, accept Jesus. If you want to get your proper remorse for death, then accept Jesus. He defeated death and the grave. We are sitting here telling you the solution. And 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's 4 for a reason. But you guys don't want to do the mathematics. You don't want to put the numbers together. You want to get results without accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. That's why I'm here. Jesus is Lord. It's Jesus. It's your only solution. Jesus alone is the answer. There is no other answer. There is no other answer. Black supremacy is not the answer. White supremacy is not the answer. Jesus Christ is the only answer. Jesus! 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 Jesus is the answer. Jesus! Only Jesus! Only Jesus! There is no other way. There is no other way to life. Only Jesus!
This video is from CHOP.
You want the result. You want the benefit of Christ. You want the benefit of Christ, but you don't want Christ. You gotta accept Christ and all of his benefits, not just his benefits without him.
Only
There's
Jesus.
no Allah, there's no Muhammad, there's no Buddha, there's Jesus. He's the one who died, he's the one who has keys to heaven. If you want to get into heaven, and if you want to walk with this on earth as it is in heaven, you have to accept Jesus Christ. He is the only way. Only Jesus, my people.
I got one. I just got one.
Chasing your tail.
I just got. Yeah, it's that time. It's just like the '60s, man. Yeah. It's got to come out. It's gonna come out, and it's just that being locked up for 2 months, on top of sitting here watching TV and all that videos, and then police doing this and doing that, just like LA. They got 2 black dudes down there in LA, well down in LA County. Then you got one in Georgia. Watching that over and over with this atmosphere, this political atmosphere, man, wait till November comes. We're gonna be right back here, even if they shut this down. Trump win or lose, they gonna tear this motherfucker up again. Guaranteed. Don't matter what the outcome is. They're gonna be happy if he wins. They're gonna still burn shit down. And if he wins, it's still over. You feel me? Either way, man. Either way. I'm just here to document it, that's all.
Same here, brother. Well, I appreciate that.
Well, we'll bring you some more videos like that a little bit later on. Let's take a look what's going on in CHOP. Quite busy again. So I wonder what these guys think of their new concrete barriers that's been installed today. There seems to be a lot of activity around the newly installed barriers. In fact, it looks like the barriers have become a tourist attraction themselves. Seems to be a meeting point. XBR, 2 seconds, let me read your message again. That video about the store owner, I streamed that entire incident live on Twitch. So there is no video because I've got videos turned off so they can't be saved. But I did stream that event from start to finish live. Lots of people were around, especially in Twitch. Watched that. That was exclusive for the Twitch viewers. I cut the feed to YouTube, so only if you are a viewer on Twitch did you get to see that. So it is worth following the channel on Twitch because you get to see exclusive things like that. Kim's Freak in YouTube chat, thank you very much for saying that. Please feel free to come over to Twitch. If you guys just bear with me, I'm going to rescan for further live feeds from CHOP. Right, we have another feed of the construction work continuing to go on in CHOP. Let me bring you that feed. Stand by. This is a terrible feed as well. I knew it was going to do this. I don't think we will stay with this feed if it's going to keep pausing like that. But as you can see, construction work is still going on in the state of Chaz. CHOP, sorry, I meant to say CHOP. I know some people get very offended if you refer to the state of CHOP by its old name. It has now been renamed CHOP. Yeah, we're not going to stay with this feed. We can't be watching this if it's going to keep pausing. But I don't know what area that is, but they have moved the construction zone. And they are continuing to install modern concrete barriers. Let's go back to this live feed.
Okay, guys, I want to tell you guys something, okay? I don't want to bring anybody back to last couple weeks ago. Last couple weeks ago, we out there with a comparison on 11th Avenue right there. Now,
It would be such a shame if some dog or wild animal urinated up against them new concrete barriers that's been installed. Just having a look, see if I can find any other feeds from the land of CHOP. No, you do not need a visa or a passport to enter CHOP. The last I heard, you are free to walk in without showing any papers. There's no border controls at CHOP. Once again, if anybody lives in Seattle and would like to go to CHOP and exclusively live stream for us from there, please get in touch with us on Discord. Jennifer Townley in YouTube chat. I'm not sure when CHOP will be holding elections. I really can't answer that question. Ringo 39, I don't think napalm and CHOP would be a very good idea, to be honest with you. Some residents of CHOP are very heavily armed, so I wouldn't suggest any form of violence against these people. They haven't got a very big army, but they do have modded AKs. Right, boys and girls, I'm going to get myself a fresh cup of coffee. I will leave you to observe the inhabitants of CHOP in their natural environment, and I will be back in just a moment. Feel free to go get yourselves a drink or some food. Thank you for waiting for me, guys. I will need to restart the YouTube stream very soon. There was music on one of the earlier videos, and because there was music, I got a copyright strike for the music and we were took out of the search results. If you guys on YouTube want to come over to Twitch, the Twitch feed never goes down, never interrupted, and if it does go down for some reason, you do not need to go to a new YouTube feed, etc. You just simply press refresh on the Twitch browser and it will instantly bring you the feed back up. Yeah, you guys, I totally agree with you. It is a bastard. Somebody only has to play 5 or 10 seconds of very low quality music and I instantly get took out of the YouTube search and nobody can find the stream. And over 90% of viewers are not actually subscribers, they are new people finding the stream for the very first time. So it is very important that I remain in the search results. That's why I ask all you guys over at YouTube, if you like what we do, please come over to Twitch. Just come and check us out. Higher video quality, a bigger viewing screen. Yeah, I totally agree with you guys over in the chat. It really does suck just because of that tiny amount of music will get penalised so heavily on YouTube. One of my friends and moderators is just about to toss his chicken. I didn't know what he meant about that. As you can see, the citizens are out in CHOP. CHOP really comes to life at night time. They have a very good nightlife down in CHOP. They have an outside projection screen. These guys sit down in the street and watch documentaries on the projector. It really is the place to be. If you live in Seattle, CHOP really is the place to be. Maybe some of you guys would like to take your girlfriend down into CHOP, sample some of the vegan soups. I do believe they serve alcohol. Now, I can't guarantee that, but I do believe you can obtain alcohol in the state of CHOP. No, I don't believe CHOP has plans for a wet market. I haven't heard of that. But if you are a vegan, then I suggest you do go down and visit CHOP. They only have the finest, freshest vegetables from what I have seen from previous streams. Everything looks very nice. They also did have a surplus of umbrellas from last week after that terrible tear gassing and flashbanging incident by the Seattle police. Can you have organic avocado toast in the land of CHOP? That is a good question. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody with avocados in CHOP. But if any of you guys are planning to take your girlfriend into CHOP, please let us know how the experience was when you come back. Kickin' NZ wants to know, if prostitutes come over the border into CHOP, is that still sex trafficking? You'll have to ask some official in CHOP. I don't really know the state of their laws. I live in the United Kingdom, so I'm not too sure on the laws that go on in CHOP. Tax rate, that is a very good question, to be honest with you. I don't know that answer either. Somebody knows what the tax rate is in the state of CHOP, in that little corner of Seattle, please let us know in Discord. %, is that a good rate? Yeah, that is a good question. Has CHOP actually designed its own flag yet. Right, you guys over on YouTube, I'm going to have to unfortunately end the stream on YouTube for now. If you guys want to come over to Twitch, you're more than welcome. I'm going to drop some links into your YouTube chat now. Just so you know, this Twitch feed, this Twitch stream has been live for 10 hours 35 minutes, uninterrupted. 10 hours 35 minutes we have been live on Twitch. To you hardcore YouTube people, please hit the subscribe button. You will be instantly notified when we go live. Twitch feed is not going down. I repeat, the Twitch feed is not going down. Right, so while I sort this stream out over on YouTube, does anybody in Twitch have any questions or remarks or any inside information about CHOP? Actually, I do have a question. I do have a question that maybe some of you guys can answer me. Is it now a criminal offence to refer to the state of CHOP as Chaz? Can you go to prison for that? Can you be fined for that? Yeah, is it a criminal offence to call CHOP Chaz? Is there any punishment for calling it Chaz? Damn, they will just smack you with a baseball bat. Jesus Christ, that's nasty. So, you guys heard it first here. Do not refer to CHOP as its previous name, which was Chaz. You will be beat by a baseball bat. I'd have to admit I did like the name Chaz as well.